This newspaper, Krymsky Teren, is an organ of our cultural centre. It is just a newspaper which we think can be used and read by people who love the Ukrainian language, those who need the Ukrainian language in Crimea. I don't want to say that we are a propaganda outlet, like I was asked. What kind of propaganda outlet are we anyway? We're a bunch of amateurs. I'll tell you right now that we don't have any professional journalists. The publication is unregistered. We don't have any editorials. We welcome anyone who misses the Ukrainian word into our arms. Apart from that, we don't just write down their words, but their thoughts as well, the things that are considered current. We currently have a current theme on Ukrainian writer and poet Lesya Ukrainka. We referred to her, not just because of the trouble with the museum in Yalta. Before, this was the second floor on the Lesya building at 80 Katerinsky Street. It's so nice and beautiful, and now it's like this. The second floor, 2 rooms, no, 3, were reserved for the museum. If someone wants to get to know Lesya, who lived in Crimea for 3 years, they just stand in between those tables and become sad, because there is nothing there to look at, nothing to hear.
What is this issue of Teren about?
There is this interesting piece titled Territoria Dobra, or Please Present Your Document. It was after that when we were at Crimean Solidarity, a civil initiative for native Crimean political prisoners, and prison vans and people in masks and camouflage came to inspect us. It became clear that we had to behave ourselves in some way, because if I'm being honest, we don't really know how to react when a police officer comes over and says, "Show us your documents." Why? Because they say that this is the law on police, and they are lying. We try to illustrate that so people know that this is half-truth. The police can check documents, but only in some circumstances. We have Crimean Solidarity meetings in a separate building, which is permitted by law. This was neither a rally nor any other form of protest. We did what the law allowed us to. We had a bunch of lawyers there, and there was still a lot of pressure on us. They held us there for I don't know how many hours. And still, they came to the library from the prosecutor's office to the director, asking why on earth we're sitting here and suing. You understand? It's thought that there's some kind of further developments could happen. So we embroider, but we cannot allow ourselves to invite people because we don't want to endanger anyone in this way.
How difficult or straightforward is this?
I think we relaxed a lot, and a lot of people spoke to journalists in that period when we published the previous issues. We told people that they weren't touching us, that people treat us decently, that when we hand out newspapers in the streets, there are never any incidents. But this all turned against us, because someone thinks, why are we not reacting to this? We need to react. I could smile and say that everything is fine, but everything is not fine. We await arrest every day.
You write and do all of this so that people what?
What we want is so that with the help of our newspaper, people can think they have some connection to Ukrainians. Because people everywhere tell them that there aren't any Ukrainians here. And our official quote-unquote government representatives say this here internally and externally for political reasons. But if you consider yourself a Ukrainian, you pick up this newspaper, and that what is written here is the familiar reality of Crimea. We can write about this internally here. As soon as we leave, we will not be able to write about it. We won't know what it's like.
What is your specialism? Russian language?
Yes, by specialism, I'm a Russianist. Now this word has some other kind of meaning, but yes, I have a diploma which says I'm a teacher of Russian language and literature. I want to say that we don't even know what tomorrow will be like. Will our newspaper be here tomorrow? What our actions will be tomorrow? It is possible today. This is our food for the soul. We do it first and foremost for ourselves. There is no mission. I will not use inflammatory words like that, but I think it is necessary because there have already been responses from people who say, "Superb." I don't want to philosophize or say, "Help," or "We are not traitors." These are just words that will not be heard, so I won't say them.